episode of the PMP Show. I told you this last time why you could not see me, and I apologize again that you cannot see me, but when there's these night games, we have to do it today. There's only so much you can do. Wasn't available last night. I had a bunch of baseball. I had baseball game, baseball practice, so.
Hey, congratulations to the Jesu Bulldogs on winning their opener with Patrick Lloyd behind the plate, catching.
Yes, so, all right. We have the national championship game, and the stakes are high for me at least. Not you so much, although this game here determines who places higher in our family bracket, me or you. So I can pull up the tournament challenge, and we can look at the current standings and what's at stake here. So, if you look, I am currently in third place. You are in second, but you have maxed out. Your total points is 820. Your max points is 820. Also, Uncle Chris maxed out, if you can look there. If Kansas loses, I stay at 790 points. If Kansas wins, I go all the way up to 1,110 points, putting me in first place. That would put Will here in second place, and it would put you in fourth place, and I would win our entire bracket for our family. The stakes are incredibly high because I need to win. It would be huge for me. So it is very important that I rise up to the top here, to number one. If not, the standings stay exactly where they are, and you place second, I place third in a tie with my dad. So stakes are very high here. I'm stressed about it, obviously. Let's hope Kansas can pull it out. Speaking of which, Duke loses to North Carolina, and I picked it to happen in our PMP Show Game of the Week. And I'm very excited to say it'll be the North Carolina Tar Heels, the 8th seed, facing off against the 1 seed, Kansas. Who you got?
Well, as I mentioned last time, my high school mascot was the Jayhawk, and University of Kansas, they're the Jayhawks. So I'm going to go with the Jayhawks.
You're going with the Jayhawks. I'm also going with the Jayhawks so I can win our bracket. And it's the champion I picked from the beginning in my March Madness bracket. So very excited for this one. Hoping that the Jayhawks can pull out a win. They've solid all tournament, but the Tar Heels are on the rise, looking to snatch another upset.
Well, North Carolina played very well. I was pulling for Coach K.
Yeah.
Being a retired coach myself, I know how important it is to go out on top with a good feeling, and how the one that got away in your last game is always the one that you'll remember the most.
Right.
So I like what he had to say after the game. He said, my immediate concern is to get back to my family and to get my new life in order. I'm not going to coach anymore, but there's a lot of living to do, and I plan to do it. And maybe after all that's over, I'll think back and reflect upon my career. Really good attitude on the part of Coach K. As I said, he's a class guy, and I wish him well. I hope he has many more years to enjoy his retirement.
Yes, good for him. He deserves this, to say the least.
I don't know much about. I really don't know much about Kansas. I haven't been watching them very closely all year, but obviously they brought their best forward in the tournament so far. And as you mentioned, 1 seed versus 8 seed. Of course, that doesn't mean very much because all that was put together at the beginning of the tournament. but I think the Jayhawks are going to prevail.
Looking forward to that. Spring training is wrapping up, and we're ready for the baseball season, as you know. And before long, it'll be college football season once again.
Yes.
Right.
Well, another thing that Coach K said that's equally applicable to college football is that the game's totally changed.
Oh,
With the
yeah.
transfer portal and coaches moving around for purposes of getting more money. It doesn't have a lot of stability right now.
Right.
So
Unfortunately, the main thing for everybody is the money. That's what everybody's trying to do.
Right. Everybody's trying to get more money. There's no loyalty to any team. It's what can you do for me, not what can I do for you. Also, the more visible the program and the more successful you are in a visible program, the more money you're going to make on image licenses also. So everybody's out there scrounging for a nickel, and as such, it really doesn't matter, I think, to the players who they're playing for.
Right.
If they're satisfied, they're doing well, they think that they're maxing out where they are, then they're going to stay. If they don't, then they're going to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with the coaches. I think Brian Kelly's exit from Notre Dame under the conditions that he did, and being offered an insane amount of money for someone who I do not think is in the highest tier of coaches in college football. He's a solid coach, but he's never been able to bring it home, to bring home the national championship. And
Right.
in fact, in those games in which he was playing for the national championship, they made a fairly poor showing. So
Right.
if they think that overnight LSU is going to become better than Alabama, they're not.
Right.
Nick Saban has something really special going down there, both in terms of, I think that if you do well in the Alabama program, you're going to get high visibility for purposes of the draft. You're going to get the image licensing money. So people who do well there are going to stay there. And even if you aren't doing all that well there, you'll probably do better there than if you went somewhere else.
That's true.
So he has something very unique going on, but Kelly doesn't have it. Probably, I don't know who else in the college football has it right now.
Well, one thing I saw today was a prediction from, I don't remember what it was, but it had a prediction for the New Year's Six Bowls. And a part of the college football playoffs had Notre Dame playing Alabama in the Peach Bowl. And then Ohio State playing Georgia in whatever the other bowl was that will be the semifinal bowl next year.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Marcus Freeman has done such a great job with recruiting. Such a great job. So Notre Dame program on the rise.
They are on the rise. They're solid. Now
taking down Ohio State week 1.
Right. Is Tyler Buckner the answer?
I think so.
I'm not a big Drew Pines fan. I don't think he's
a good backup to have.
He's a good backup to have. He's like having Chase Keenum.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum. He's solid, and if you need to put him into a game, he'll be credible.
Well, the Browns traded Case Keenum, or they released.
Yeah, they did, and I don't know why they did.
Well, because they signed Jacoby Brissett.
Who's he? I never heard of him before.
He was the starting quarterback for the Dolphins for a little bit. He was starting over Tua for a bit. And now Tua obviously starts. And now Jacoby Brissett, who's a solid player, is now our backup quarterback. So
we'll have to see.
When you have a guy like that as your backup, I guess that's pretty good.
Well, if they can get Winston in the game and not sit out for a prolonged period of time because of his off-field shenanigans, he really has some weapons. He has
Deshaun Watson.
Nick Chubb. he has the other running back whose name I can't think of right
Kareem
now.
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. He has Amari Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Is Landry still up in the air, or did they secure him?
I think he's still up in the air, but I don't know that he'll come back.
Well, we'll see. So the Browns should be a better team, and quite frankly, although there are people who feel that Manziel got a bad deal, and I do think he got a bad deal in terms of management not talking to him before they went out and talked to Winston. They should have leveled with him about what the situation was. He's kind of a showboat,
Right.
and I don't know that he was all that popular in the locker room. It's not somebody who the team can rally around.
Right.
So whether his shoulder gets to be 100% and he comes back, that may not be enough. That may not be enough to change the outcome for the season all that much. So we'll have to see. It looks like he's going to go for a second or third round draft pick. The Browns are going to have to eat some money financially in order to clean this whole thing up. Browns management has made a lot of mistakes. They continue to make mistakes. If Winston gets in the game and breaks his leg and he's out for the season, well, putting your whole team on the back of one player is tough.
Right.
Tough way to go.
All right. Is there anything else we need to cover?
I don't think so. Opening day's coming up.
Right.
And, I'm still not happy about the Guardians. I guess I never will be. Beat them Bucks.
We thank you for watching this time on the PMP show. Go Jayhawks. I need them to win.
Go Jayhawks.
And I will have bragging rights over you for picking a better bracket. We thank you for watching. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
It was a short episode, not long at all, but obviously we're in a hurry. And obviously the game's tonight, so there's only one game to pick. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.
Step in the kitchen. Let's go.